The Nissan Pathfinder looks like a solid option on paper, but what potential buyers need to understand is that there are also 7 problems they need to check out in detail before signing on the dotted line. Number 7. Tight third row. When families shop for a 3-row SUV, they're expecting genuine seating for 7 or 8 people. The Pathfinder delivers on that promise, but there's a catch. The third row is functional, but it's really designed with younger children in mind rather than teenagers or adults. Picture planning a family road trip where you need to bring your 2 teenagers plus their cousins. Legroom back there is quite restricted, and headroom isn't much better. The seating position forces passengers into an upright posture that becomes uncomfortable after the first hour. For quick trips with elementary school kids, this works fine. But for longer journeys, you'll hear complaints about cramped quarters. When all 3 rows are occupied, the space behind the third row shrinks dramatically. You're looking at enough room for a few grocery bags, but forget about luggage for a weekend trip. Even with the third row folded, the Pathfinder doesn't lead its class in cargo volume, forcing families to choose between passenger comfort and hauling capacity. But cramped seating isn't the only issue affecting daily satisfaction, which brings us to what's happening under the hood. Number 6. Lethargic powertrain. On paper, the Pathfinder's V6 engine sounds like what many buyers want. For those skeptical of modern turbocharged 4-cylinder engines, a naturally aspirated V6 seems like the perfect solution. Smooth, proven, and free from forced induction complexity. But there's a disconnect between the spec sheet and actual driving experience. The engine feels sluggish at lower RPMs, lacking the immediate response that makes merging onto highways feel effortless. Think about merging onto a busy highway where traffic flows at 70 miles per hour. This is where the V6's lack of low-end torque becomes frustrating. You press the accelerator expecting immediate thrust, but instead, there's noticeable lag. You end up flooring the pedal just to match traffic speed. What makes this interesting is that Nissan's luxury division already addressed this issue. The Infiniti QX60, which shares its platform with the Pathfinder, transitioned to a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that delivers significantly more low-end torque. Therefore, there's reasonable hope that Nissan will eventually bring similar improvements to the Pathfinder. But for now, the current V6 remains a step behind. Speaking of being behind the times, the Pathfinder's capabilities extend beyond pavement performance, or at least that's what the styling suggests. Number 5. Off-road performance. There's nostalgia surrounding the Pathfinder name. Longtime automotive enthusiasts remember when this model was a genuine body-on-frame SUV, capable of tackling serious trails. Those days have passed, but the modern Pathfinder still carries that adventurous aesthetic, creating expectations it can't fulfill. The current Pathfinder is fundamentally a comfort-oriented family crossover built on a unibody platform. Nissan introduced trims like the Rock Creek Edition, which amplify this rugged appearance with all-terrain tires, roof racks, and aggressive stance. These versions look ready for adventure, but these additions are largely cosmetic rather than functional. Imagine planning a camping trip where the last few miles are on a rough dirt road with rocks and ruts. The Pathfinder can handle light off-roading like maintained dirt roads or mild trail conditions, but when faced with steep inclines, deep ruts, or significant obstacles, its limitations become clear. The ground clearance and approach angles remain moderate, preventing it from venturing where dedicated off-roaders thrive. For families who occasionally venture onto unpaved roads but spend most time on asphalt, this capability might be adequate. But those seeking a vehicle truly ready for challenging trails should understand that the Pathfinder's ruggedness is more about appearance than actual mechanical prowess. While its off-road limitations might disappoint adventure seekers, other concerns affect ownership on a more fundamental level. Number 4. Reliability issues. Reliability stands as one of the most important factors when choosing a family vehicle, and the Pathfinder's track record over recent years has raised concerns. While many owners enjoy trouble-free operation, recurring issues have surfaced frequently enough to warrant attention. The most commonly reported problem centers on the transmission. Some Pathfinder units experience rough shifting, delayed engagement, or shuddering during acceleration. These transmission issues can manifest as hesitation when you press the accelerator or an overall unrefined feeling in power delivery. Transmission repairs rank among the most expensive automotive fixes. Electrical system gremlins represent another recurring theme. Owners report infotainment systems that freeze, problems with power windows, faulty sensors, and glitches with driver assistance features. While these might seem minor, they create frustration and often require multiple service visits. Consider this scenario. You're driving your family on vacation, and suddenly the transmission starts shuddering or the infotainment system freezes, leaving you without navigation. These aren't just inconveniences. They're disruptions that can turn a pleasant trip into a stressful experience. These concerns don't affect every Pathfinder, but they're prevalent enough that buyers should factor them into their decision. But reliability isn't the only aspect where the Pathfinder falls short, especially regarding how it feels to drive. Number 3. Ride quality. The Pathfinder delivers comfortable ride on smooth roads where its soft suspension tuning effectively absorbs minor imperfections. This creates a pleasant environment for daily commuting and highway cruising. For many families, this level of comfort satisfies their primary needs. But there's a trade-off. The steering lacks the precision and feedback that would make the vehicle feel connected to the road. There's noticeable detachment between the driver and what the wheels are doing, creating vagueness during cornering. The driving dynamics simply aren't designed to excite or engage the driver in the way competitors manage. When the Pathfinder encounters potholes, larger bumps, or uneven pavement, the suspension sometimes struggles to maintain composure. Body roll during cornering is present, typical for SUVs with softer setups. Some competitors minimize this without sacrificing ride comfort, achieving better balance between plushness and controlled handling. The Pathfinder leans heavily toward the plush side. The ride quality is competent and comfortable for family transportation, but ultimately uninspiring from a driver's perspective. It chooses smooth journey over engaging one, which works for many buyers. But those seeking more dynamic refinement might find the Pathfinder's characteristics a reason to explore alternatives. And speaking of reasons to reconsider, the financial side presents its own challenges. Number 2. Pricing. Base Pathfinder models present a competitive starting price that looks attractive, but as you move up through trim levels, the cost escalates quite rapidly. Adding features pushes the price into territory where the Pathfinder faces competition from more premium brands or better-equipped rivals. A fully loaded Pathfinder can be priced similarly to entry-level luxury SUVs or highly equipped competitors that provide better driving dynamics or more refined interiors. The perceived value diminishes as price climbs. Beyond initial purchase price, the Pathfinder faces challenges with resale value. Compared to competitors from brands like Toyota and Honda, the Pathfinder tends to depreciate more quickly. Think about a typical 5-year ownership. You purchase a mid-level Pathfinder for around $45,000, but when ready to upgrade, it's only worth $22,000 on trade-in. Meanwhile, your neighbor who bought a Honda Pilot for similar price is getting offered $26,000. That $4,000 difference represents real money. For buyers who view a vehicle as an asset and consider its future value, this disparity can be a significant deciding factor. A vehicle that holds value better ultimately costs less to own over time. Therefore, potential buyers should carefully weigh initial cost against features offered and consider long-term depreciation. But perhaps the most compelling reason to look elsewhere is the number of alternatives in this segment. Number 1. Lots of options around. The midsize 3-row SUV segment has evolved into one of the most competitive categories. The Pathfinder finds itself surrounded by rivals that often outperform it in key areas, making it difficult to justify choosing Nissan's offering. The Honda Pilot consistently earns praise for its practical interior layout, refined driving dynamics, and strong reliability reputation. It provides a more spacious cabin, particularly in the 3rd row, and its V6 engine delivers smoother performance. The Kia Telluride has taken the market by storm with its striking design, luxurious interior for its price point, and highly competitive feature set. It receives accolades for its comfortable ride and cabin that feels a class above. The Toyota Grand Highlander addresses cramped 3rd rows by offering genuinely comfortable seating for adults in all 3 rows, plus expansive cargo capacity. Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability and strong resale value further strengthens its appeal. The Hyundai Palisade, Mazda CX-90, and Subaru Ascent all bring unique strengths. This intense competition means the Pathfinder is constantly measured against vehicles that excel in areas where it falls short. Whether it's interior quality, advanced technology, fuel efficiency, or engaging driving dynamics, there's usually a competitor doing it better. For consumers conducting thorough research, this competitive landscape means they'll inevitably encounter several alternatives that present stronger overall value propositions. The Pathfinder is competent, but in a market saturated with excellence, competent isn't always enough. The Nissan Pathfinder remains a capable family SUV that handles basic transportation duties reasonably well, but these 7 problems paint a picture of a vehicle struggling to justify its place in an incredibly competitive segment. From the tight 3rd row to the lethargic powertrain, from limited off-road capability to reliability concerns, the Pathfinder faces challenges at every turn. When you factor in uninspiring ride quality and pricing that climbs quickly without delivering proportional value, the case weakens further. Most concerning is that excellent alternatives from Honda, Kia, Toyota, and others address these exact shortcomings while often costing less to own over time. Speaking of the competition, make sure to check out our video about 2026 Honda Pilot and why its owners are never going to sell it. If strengths like refinement, reliability, and overall practicality are things that matter to you the most, then this SUV is your natural choice. The Pilot is versatile, but also comes with lots of personality, thanks to its proven yet engaging V6 powertrain.